everybody, Cinema Sickness here with yet another Game Boy pickups video for you guys. Got some more awesome stuff from eBay and from Listia. Lots of goodies to take a look at, so like always, let's just dive right in and see what I've recently picked up. Again, all this stuff coming from eBay and from Listia. I have got some stuff from some stores as well. We'll take a look at that at a later time, but let's take a look at what I've got in the mail. So we have a box within a box here. Just shoved everything in here. So where should we start? Who even knows? All right, well, we'll start with the one that actually fell out of its package first in this beautiful purple bag here. So this one, I believe, coming from... Yes, this comes from Listia. We have Turn and Burn for the original Game Boy. Look at that. Pretty cool. What I was expecting this to be was pretty much just kind of like a Top Gun ripoff, and it seemed that way. You're on an aircraft carrier, you take off, you're flying, sky above you, water below you. You can shoot missiles and bullets and whatnot. It seems very much just like a Top Gun ripoff. The only difference is I didn't see one bad guy the entire time flying my plane. I'm flying, and there's no bad guys showing up. I'm like, isn't there somebody I'm supposed to be shooting, or somebody's supposed to be shooting me or something, or is this just me flying? So I don't really know. I gotta play it some more, but I was literally flying for like a couple minutes straight with nobody coming at me, and then I just decided to take a nosedive into the water for fun. So I have no idea. I gotta play this one some more, see if there are actually any enemies in this game whatsoever, or if it's just you flying over an ocean for hours on end. I have no idea, but seemed interesting. If it ends up being a Top Gun ripoff, I'm okay with that. I actually like the game Top Gun, so very cool. Had to grab that. That's pretty awesome. All right, next package here. This one comes from... this comes from eBay, and this is really cool because I love these games. We have Lego Star Wars, the video game, and Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy. So 2 Lego Star Wars games for the Game Boy Advance. That is awesome. Like I said, I love these games. Big fan. I had them on, I used to own a, well, I still do technically own a PSP, but I used to actually own games for my PSP back in the day, and I used to play a Lego game on that, played it, beat it, awesome. My wife has one of the Lego Star Wars games for the Wii. I played that a few times. They're great games. They're very fun, and they're fantastic. On the Game Boy Advance, I have actually tested these out. I've tested all these games out. Did play them for a little bit. A lot of fun. The view you're at and the attacking and everything like that actually done very well. I was kind of curious how it was going to play off on the Game Boy Advance, and they did a fantastic job. These games are just as fun as on any other system. Very cool. Now I can play some Lego Star Wars again. Definitely looking forward to that. Great games. Very cool. And I think I paid like $8 for these, something like that. I paid barely anything for these. Very cool. And this, obviously, Listia, absolutely free. So, very awesome. All right, next up here, get another, well, purplish, pinkish package with some duct tape. All right, this comes from it's the Listia one. We have Finding Nemo, which was okay. This was all right. You're swimming around. You got to swim through like some rings, and you got to collect some stuff, and you got to move things. You got to put pearls inside giant clams' mouths and whatnot. And it was all right. The problem with it is it's just very kiddie. You know, you're just kind of doing stuff for the sake of doing it. That sometimes bugs me with kids games, is when they just kind of like, oh, move this to here. Well, why? I don't know, just because it's something for kids to do and it's easy. Like, it seems like there needs to be more of like a purpose than just doing something for the sake of doing it, and especially when it's so easy, there's no challenge to it. I mean, saying like, move this to here, but there's a big challenge and it's a puzzle and you gotta figure it out, makes you think that's cool, that's a game. But just being like, pick this up and place it there, that's not really much of a challenge. It's not really was that really a game? I don't know. So from what I played thus far, it was just mediocre. I wasn't too blown away by Finding Nemo. Very, very watered down for the kiddies. All right, and then next package right here. Let's see what is inside here. We have some more Listia goodies. First we have is Miss Pac-Man for the original Game Boy. Look at that. Gotta love the Pac-Man games. Huge fan. Miss Pac-Man, obviously a little bit better than Pac-Man. I think most people would agree, and I certainly do. Very cool. Miss Pac-Man. That's awesome. Looking forward to playing that. That is great. First Miss Pac-Man, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that I've had on the Game Boy. At least I don't think. Wait, I'm trying to think if there's a Does the Namco Museum come with Miss Pac-Man, or does it come with Pac-Man? I want to say it actually comes with Miss Pac-Man. So maybe I do have Miss Pac-Man already. I'm not sure. But very, very cool. Nevertheless, I have it for the original Game Boy. That's awesome. And then this is really cool. One off the same guy. 2 separate listings here. And I got, again, both for free off Listia. We have Double Dragon 3, the arcade game. Oh, yes. This is great. I'm really surprised. In fact, I think I won this on the 4th of July. So probably why nobody else was bidding on it. But bidding did not go very high on this. I really expected, for something like Double Dragon 3, I was expecting bidding to go through the roof. I wasn't even thinking I was going to win this one. I can't believe I won it. And for not very many points, surprisingly. So very cool. Double Dragon 3, the arcade game. Fantastic game. Very difficult, though. More so than the other two. Double Dragon 1 and 2, in my opinion. When I popped this one in, I was playing it. I was getting my ass handed to me. It was... the bad guys are a lot harder to defeat than they are in the first two. So definitely a lot more of a challenge right here, which is saying something, because the Double Dragon games are the easiest games in the world. And this one here definitely ramps it up. So very cool. Comes in a nice original case too, which is really cool. That is awesome. So again, free off Listia. Very cool. All right, then a fun package right here. Look at this. That's different. And we have some more goodies off Listia. We have Navy SEALs. Right there, Navy SEALs. This was fun. I only played it for a little bit. Definitely got to pop this one in some more and check it out some more. This was actually like a side-scrolling game. You guy with a gun, you're shooting people. It was actually a lot of fun. I was having fun with this one. I didn't know what Navy SEALs was going to be. I was, again, thinking maybe like it's just going to be like Top Gun and be flying or something like that. But now I was running around, doing some fun side-scrolling, had a gun, blown away bad guys. It was actually very decent. Definitely looking forward to playing this one some more than just like the half of the first level. But this was fun. This was cool. This wasn't what I was expecting it to be. And I was pleasantly surprised. And again, comes in its original case. That's awesome. So Navy SEALs with the original Game Boy. Free off Listia. That's awesome. And then next package. We have, some more eBay goodies here finally. We have X-Men Reign of Apocalypse. This is a fun game. This was a game I used to own back when I first had my Game Boy Advance, because again, I owned a Game Boy Advance back when Game Boy Advance came out. I bought one, and for like a couple years, I was just a diehard fan of the Game Boy Advance, which is why I'm getting back into it now, because I really missed it. And X-Men Reign of the Apocalypse is one of those games I did own and used to play all the time. This is fun. It's very much like the X-Men arcade game, if you guys remember from back in the day, or maybe if you still go to an arcade these days. I still see them in arcades all the time. That great, like, big, huge, double screen cabinet of X-Men. I loved that game. That game was so much fun. My friends and I used to just throw quarters in that game like crazy and play it. And even to this day, I still play it when I find it in an arcade. It's a great game. And although it's not like the same game, it has that feel. It's very similar. Just a fun arcade beat 'em up. I really enjoy this game. It's definitely a good one and very, very cool. I love how they give you the choice of all these different characters to play from. It's like everybody's just going to choose Wolverine. He's even the coolest one, like on the screen when you're scrolling through the people who you can choose to play as. He's like the coolest looking one. He just looks badass. You're like, who else am I going to play as? Cyclops? No, I'm playing as Wolverine. So very awesome. X-Men Reign of Apocalypse for the Game Boy Advance. Very cool. And I think I paid like $5 for this one. So very awesome. Well worth $5. Very cool. All right. Then I definitely saved the best for last. What comes in this box right here. This is really cool. Also had one of these back in the day, back when I first had a Game Boy Advance. This is really cool. And this is the e-reader. Check that out. Yes, the e-reader. That is so awesome. Very cool. Comes with some cards as well. I paid, I think I paid like $8 for this, which was pretty awesome. We have, first thing we hear is the cards for an Excite Bike. So what you need to do, for those of you who do not know how the e-reader works, this, as you see right there, plugs into your Game Boy Advance, and you have to take these cards and you scan them. I don't even know how this thing exactly works, but you scan the cards, you scan, comes with 5 cards, you got to scan it twice. There's 2 barcodes on each card. So you got to scan the cards 10 times, which is a little crazy, but then once you do that, you can play Excite Bike or any other games I'm going to show you. It's pretty cool. There were cards for Pokemon. There were cards for, I think, Harvest Moon. The ones I really want to get my hands on are the Super Mario 3 cards, because they unlocked extra levels for Super Mario Bros. 3, which is really cool. Those go for a little bit of money on eBay, unfortunately, but hopefully someday I'll get those. That'd be awesome. So this was pretty interesting, but it didn't do very well, and it died pretty quickly, unfortunately. When you plug this into your Your Game Boy Advance SP, though, the only problem is it doesn't fit 100% snugly onto it because of that right there. That is the port for like a link cable, because as you can see right there, that's right there. So you can still play 2-player games that require the e-reader if you plug it into your original Game Boy Advance, that fun-shaped one. But if you put it in your Game Boy Advance SP, you can still use this. It just doesn't fit snugly, and you can't do 2-player because this does not go into the link cable slot. So that is a shame. It is what it is, though. But at least it still works. It was actually, when I got it and put it in, I was like, uh-oh. Because I didn't even do I didn't do the research. I probably should have, but I was thinking, oh man, did I just waste my money? Does this not even work on an SP? And it does, thank God. So that's cool. If it didn't, I probably would have just also bought an original Game Boy just for the hell of it. But it does work, and that is cool. So, all right, so we have Excitebike. We also have the classic baseball. That's really cool. And then we have some tennis, also very awesome. And finally, this is really cool, game I actually really enjoy, that is Donkey Kong 3. Look at that. That is so cool. Donkey Kong 3. That is awesome. Very, very cool. The other one I really want to get is Balloon Fight. They also have Balloon Fight. I will probably be buying that one. Used to play that one all the time. Balloon Fight's a great game. So very cool. Bunch of cards and the e-reader. That is really cool. So definitely had to pick this up just for fun. That is awesome. Comes with some cool games as well. Very, very cool. Fun accessory. I actually like this accessory. I mean, it kind of didn't make sense. These cards were kind of funny. It's sort of weird. I think that's why I didn't really take off, because people were like, what the hell? I got a scanned card? Like, what? It seemed really kind of dated. I could see this like getting big in the 90s, but in the early 2000s, I think people were just like, why am I scanning cards? It just seems really out of date. But it was fun. I picked one of these up. I got one of these the day it came out, release day. I bought myself an e-reader because, again, I was just obsessed with the Game Boy Advance back in the day, which is, again, why I'm getting back into it now, because I really miss it. And yeah, this was a day one for me, and I bought all the cards. Actually, I had every single release day card. I didn't buy any after that, but I had every single release day card. So that is awesome. The e-reader for the Game Boy Advance. That's fun. So all right, guys, there you go. That is it. And look, it even comes with a green rubber band, which I got to put on my rubber band ball. At work, I have this big, the rubber band ball is about like that big right now, and I've only been using colored rubber bands, so I don't get to add to it very often, because most rubber bands, you know, that plain, I don't even know what I call it, kind of, what do you tan color, whatever it is, just they're ugly. I like the colored ones, so very cool. I got another rubber band for my rubber band ball. I'll have to show you guys that someday. So, all right. Anyway, why are we talking about rubber bands now? I don't know. So, all right, guys, there you go. That is it. That is all the Game Boy games I've recently picked up. Well, that I've gotten in the mail anyway. Like I said, I had picked up some other ones. We'll take a look at that in a day or two. But this is all the stuff that has recently come in the mail from both Listia and from eBay. Lots of goodies right there. So, all right, guys, there you go. That's it. So, like I always say, thank you guys so much for checking this video out. Simply just by watching this video and showing your support by watching means the absolute world to me. I thank you so much for that. But of course, you can also show your support by simply liking this video by clicking that little thumbs up tab down below. It takes 2 seconds, and it means the absolute world to me, and it really helps me out, so I really appreciate it. Also, you can subscribe. I do a brand new daily sickness video every single day, but I also sprinkle in bonus videos like this one, Game Boy pickup videos and hunting videos and all kinds of extra bonus videos for your enjoyment. So if you want to see at least one new video from me every single day, hit that subscribe button, and you'll be sure to get one. I've been doing that for over 4 years now. I got no plans on stopping. Also, if you're watching us on YouTube, down below, a bunch of links, things like my Patreon account, where you can pledge a monthly donation to help support this show, Spreadshirt account, where you can purchase yourself a Cinema Sickness hat, Cinema Sickness t-shirt, button, hoodie, tank top, baby gear, all kinds of awesome Cinema Sickness merch to pick up if you want to get some of that. The usual is Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. They're all below as well. And if you're on Listia and you're on eBay, I have my Listia and eBay pages up as well, so you can check out everything I have for auction on those sites. If you are not on YouTube, if you are at cinemasickness.com, as you should be watching this video, right up above you, right underneath the Cinema Sickness logo, all those same very exact links. You'll see a bunch of icons. Those icons will take you all to those very same exact websites, so definitely follow me there. If you're not at cinemasickness.com, if you are on YouTube, there is a link down below to cinemasickness.com. So click on that link, head over there, check it out. I do post these videos there, but there's so much more for you to check out there as well, including Team Sickness. If you like my videos, you're going to like the videos from Team Sickness. So definitely click on that Team Sickness tab over at cinemasickness.com. Check out all the great videos and whatnot from those guys and gals. Show me support. They would definitely appreciate it. So, all right, guys, there you go. Like I said, that is it. Hope you guys are having a great day, and I will see you all on my next Game Boy Pickups video, or my next Daily Sickness video. See you then, guys. Bye.